Hi folks, I just wanted to share a quick setup that I like. The stock that I'm talking about is FedEx, right? So whenever I look at the stock, the first thing I want to look at is the big picture. So I'm starting off with a monthly chart here. And one of the things that you see is that for 1, 2, 3 months, right, the stock actually had an inside month, right? And for those of you who are not familiar with what an inside month is, when an existing bar is completely engulfed by the prior bar. So the high here is less than the high of the previous bar, and the low is higher than the one of the previous bar. So in other words, this signifies consolidation, right? So once it breaks out of the consolidation, it usually has a good run up. So in this case, I've color coded my bars in violet color, and as you can see, it broke out from a 3 month base, or almost getting close to breaking out from a 4 month base. So if if my thesis is correct, right, this stock should at least move up into the 274, 275 level. So next thing we'll look at is the weekly chart, and it kind of gives you the same picture. This is the weekly pivot, which is 258, and today it took out the 258 pivot. And as you can see, from this to the next level of 274, there is little or no resistance. I also want to always take a look at what the daily chart is doing, and that's the same. One of my other favorite indicators that I like keeping is something called the Ichimoku cloud, and the thing I essentially look at is uh, if it is trading above the cloud on multiple time frames. So in this case, I'm looking at the daily chart, which is the first bar. This is the 2 day, the 3 day, and the week. And once all these conditions become true, then we get a bar at the top, right? A green sort of line at the top, which essentially says it's good on multiple time frames. Now, if we move to a little bit more granular time frame, I get a similar picture. So here's like some code that I've written, which actually gives you a buy signal at this point on the hourly chart as well. And I'm looking at the 5 day and the 10 day moving average, and it's chugging along nicely. And this is the 30 day, and finally the 15-minute chart, right? So this FedEx stock looks good on multiple time frames, and one of the trades that I took today is the July 260 275 call spread. And the reason I chose uh, these prices is, I like trading something that's close to where the stock is currently trading, which is 260, and 275 is the private is the prior high, right? So it kind of makes sense that there's a good chance the stock will, at least trade to this price and stop. And the reason it'll stop here is that people who actually bought here and who waited for 3 or 4 or 5 months will want their money back. So it's a good risk reward ratio as I see it, and I just wanted to share it with you. Thank you, guys.